in the other room with my cans on, and Elliot went, "That's it, that's the album done." And I was like, "What?" But it wasn't really, because then I had to come in like half an hour later to do some backing vocals. So that was really the end of the album, but I was really happy. I mean, today's been awesome. Are you in Ireland? No, I'm in Sheffield because I'm in the studio today. Working. No, actually I was working. And listening to music and chilling. When do we get the things we pledged for? We're sorting all that out next week. Obviously we've been pushing all this week to get this album finished. Because it's going away to be mastered tomorrow. Yeah. It's be mastered tomorrow and over the weekend and things, and then it'll be sent out to you guys. So yeah, we've been more focused on that part of the things, making sure that the music was good, and then next week is pretty much going to be getting all your other little pledgy things that you've pre-ordered and getting them all sorted and shipped. So there's probably about, I don't know, it depends, everything's going to take different. If you pledge for multiple things, things might arrive at a different time than other things, but don't worry, you'll get all your stuff. On your tour, will there be support acts too? Yes, there will. I know who one of them are at the moment, and I know who I want the other one to be. But we'll see. Me. I'm so excited. I can't hide it. How long have you been working on the album? A very, very long time. Very long time. Far too long, to be honest, but I'm so happy that it's done. And obviously for the big release, this is obviously the Pledgers release, obviously for the bigger release, there will be some different changes, because I'll probably listen to this album on Monday and change things. The one that will come out probably in September or whatever is going to be a bit different, but it's not going to be too different. You all will get like this copy that no one else can ever have ever again, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, I like the idea that everyone that's getting this album is going to be different from the other one, which is really cool. Are Newton or Ethan going to be with you anywhere? Or I doubt Newton will be. Obviously, he's a busy guy. But Ethan might show his face somewhere along the line. We'll see. Don't want to give too much away. Will you be hand signing everything? Yes, I will. And I have like 80 lyric sheets to write out, which I should be doing right now, but I'm not because I'm in a really good mood. But I will start signing this stuff, and it's not going to be just some photocopied thing. It's legit. We got plans for your first music video. Well, I think I know what the single's going to be, and it is very, very hard to pick a video for it, because out of the 12 songs in the album, this is the one we're probably releasing as a single, is probably the hardest one to come up with a video for. So I don't know how it's going to be done. I really don't. It's going to take a lot of thinking. When's the extra song you said the Pledgers will get? Well, we were going to release the song because we didn't think we would have this album done by July 1st, but because we pushed for it and we got it, there's no song because you're getting 12. But there's a couple of songs that haven't made it to the album. Actually, there's a lot. There's about like 15. But a couple of my favourite ones I'm going to learn how to play on guitar and perhaps upload to YouTube. And just do a nice little video thing. Probably try and get it done in Ireland as well. Try and get my flip cam up and record it in my front room, which would be pretty awesome. Whose style of music is the album closest to? I don't know. I was asked that the other day, like what my genre is, and I really have no idea, because everything's so different. There's a couple of funk, like proper funky songs, and then you got your stripped back piano. And then you got your upbeat folky songs like Wonderful, and and you've got like your cinematic songs with huge drums, and oh my god, the whole album's just very different from itself, but in a good way. Everything kind of links into each other, so it's not like they sound like they should be on a different album. New genre is unicorn. Yeah, it's pretty much the easiest way to explain it. My nose is Do you want to come to Canada? Yes, I do. Who's your biggest inspiration? No, sorry, did I not just read that? Oh, who was your biggest inspiration for the album? I don't know. I was under a lot of influences at the time. Who the bloody hell was I listening to at the time? It changed a lot because obviously the album took so long to write. Like, not that it took long to write, but it was a very long time gap-wise. Like, it was a lot of months. So one month I was listening to one album, and the next month I was listening to another album. That's probably why a lot of the songs are quite different. And a lot happened in the space of the time since I started writing. Because when I started writing, I had a boyfriend, and then by the end of it, I didn't. So there's like happy relationship songs, and then there's saddy breakup songs, and then there's every other thing under the sun, like being nocturnal and stuff. So that's right, creatures of the night. Meow 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 meow. Yeah. So it's all good. It's working for the man, the single. You'll just have to wait and see. Okay? Do you know when they give you a menu and you're just like, what if I want this in my room? Huh? Do you think maybe one day you'll come to France? I would love to go to France. Well, can't have during reception. Did you perform the single at Pleasures? Oh, that's cheeky. That's a cheeky question. I did. I did perform that one. Let me start promoting the album. Probably the latter part, or the later part of the summer. I'd say not this month, not July, but August. I'd say I'd be starting to promote it. Or late July, I'd be starting to promote it. So. That's the special thing about it, that there's been no promotion for this Pledgers album, and it's managed to be quite successful, and that's amazing that people are actually buying the album, and I feel very privileged that people actually, wanted to hear it enough that they'd buy it before they got to even listen to it, even little snippets. So that's great, and I'm quite, thank you guys. So there is no exploitation of television needed. When will the album single be released for non-pledgers? Probably not till around September time. That's why I was emphasizing for people to pledge, because it's a very, very long time in between. There's a big gap between now and September. So, but that's what makes it special about getting it now, is that you've got all summer to listen to it. I don't know, I'll answer the Ephany question. Well, I'll answer it again. Ephany, because my name is Janet Moore and Ephany Devlin. The knee is just, it's like, do you know like O'Connor, like there's that O in front of something, yeah. It's that, like, it's an Irish. I spoke Irish instead of English. Well, not, I learned to write and speak in Irish in school. Like, instead of, when I was in nursery school and then primary 1 and primary 2, I was reading and writing in English, or reading and writing in Irish. So you'd have to write your name out in Irish. So it was Janet Nee Devlin. And it's like a big N and a tiny little E. So, yeah. There's what the meaning behind it is. Do you like Little Mix? Yeah, I do. Of course I do. I haven't seen them in a long time. What's the process involved in placing each track on your album? The process involved in placing the songs on the album. I'm not too sure what the question is, but tomorrow we are... what are we doing tomorrow? Come on, Janet, you can remember this. Tomorrow I'm doing the set list. Or not the set list, like the order. And tonight I have to write my thank yous. Do a little part of the leaflet that says, thank you, Mom, and thank you, Dad, and thank you to everyone involved, because you helped me write my album. It's that thing. I've got that to do. So that's going to be fun. And very hard, because there's so many people that have been involved in it. Thinking about it's even making me panic, because Hola from Mexico. I've had far too many cups of coffee today. Cups of coffee. Good one, Janet. La 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 la. Do you think it could get in the charts? Well, apparently, if I was to count see whenever on Monday, whenever the album's released, and then there's 3,000 and something people getting it, that would be enough to maybe push it into the top 40, top 50 in the charts. But we decided we wouldn't do that. We decided not to count it, so that it only counts when it's released in September, because we didn't want it to be maybe like 48 in the charts, or in the top 40 or something. Anyway, we didn't want it to be released and then no one else to be able to buy it, because that is very mean. It's like such a mean thing to do. Is here's an album that's in the charts, but you can't have it because you didn't buy it early enough. So yeah, we're waiting until September or whatever. As if you've got over 3,200 pledges. I know! I really can't believe it. It's unbelievable. I never ever thought it would have reached that many people when I did it. Which is just amazing. And I want to thank everyone that did pledge. Greeting in Spanish. Hola Español. But you're maybe not from Spain. Hola España? No. I don't know. I don't speak Spanish. Mi no comprende español. Anyway, alright, I was singing Working for the Man the other day, and then my friends sing it. Awesome! I love that song. It is definitely like one of my favorites. And so it was good fun. I'm tired. Hello. I can't see anybody's questions right now, so. Hope you're feeling better. I do feel better, but my nose still's like ha 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 ha. Yesterday as well, I was supposed to be doing vocals for one of my songs that I wrote with Newton, but I was supposed to be doing it up in the studio because it was the last song to finish. We kind of forgot about it. So I went in to sing it, and it literally was just like this, and I was trying to sing, and it just sounded so horrible that I pretty much just got kicked out. It was like, Janet, you tried, and like go off to London and try and sing on someone else's album. But by the time I got down to London, anyway, my nose had cleared up a lot, so I hope it didn't sound too bad on Newton's track. Otherwise that'd be a bit awkward. But that was definitely awesome, because like 12-year-old Janet would be so proud of me for yesterday, because I was obviously a big fan of Newton when I was a kid, and I had his album and stuff on my iPod and all the rest of it. And then, yeah, somehow I'm going to be on his album. Which is so weird to think. Like, I don't know how things like that happen. And I never would have thought he would have asked me to be a part of it, which is even weirder. Because he's already done me enough favors, like, writing with me. Holy cow, that was amazing. I couldn't believe he would. But then asking me to be on his project was... I have no words. Because that was pretty mind-blowing. Will you call My Imaginary your album? No, actually, not actually. Is the typography on your album the same as the font on your website? No, actually, was it yesterday? We spent about an hour discussing the typography for the album yesterday. And everyone was probably thinking, why would you take so long on something as basic as the writing? But yeah, it took us a very long time to figure out what we wanted, and we're still picking today, so... yeah. You sounded amazing yesterday on that difficult melody. It was the difficult melody, the ba 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 part, because it probably wasn't too difficult. My mind had just shut down. So, oh well, it was amazing though. I can't believe I got to do it. So cool. When will we hear the song you're featuring? And well, you can pre-order actually as well as pre-ordering my album, which of course you already have. You can pre-order Newton's album as well. It's probably on his website somewhere. I was laughing. Right, I'm not gonna lie. You just asked me. I bet that the text in your album cover is in Comic Sans. I was joking. I was literally about to say, maybe we should put it in Comic Sans for a laugh. But that got denied. Have you taken your extension thingies out? Yeah. Well, the extensions go all the way down to my hip. And they're just clip-ins that I wear when I'm doing photos and playing and gigs and stuff. Because I don't really care too much about my general appearance on a day-to-day basis. Oh well. But I like it better that way. Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Oh! Oh my god. What's the new one they've done? I'm talking about the Dorito band, sorry. I didn't explain that. But yeah, they're so good. I like that a lot. You were great in studios, too. Why, thank you. I was really paranoid because I could hear the track, but you guys couldn't. So I was like, oh god, it's that awkward moment where people can hear you sing and there's nothing behind it. Which I hate when that happens. Comic Sans is like the kid that gets bullied at school for being really dopey. Well, the story behind Comic Sans was the fact that it just ended up everywhere whenever they, obviously when they were programming, I think it was Microsoft Word, and the Comic Sans came about, and it just ended up being everywhere on restaurants, menus, and on billboards and everything. It had no defined purpose. It was just everywhere. So, yeah. It's not really the dopey kid. It's pretty much the kid that got really popular for something and now is being bullied. That's what Comic Sans is. Do you like to be solo, or maybe you'd like to be in a band? Well, at some point in my life I would like to start a side project and have a band, because I've always wanted to be in a band. Do you like your accent? No, because I heard it recorded a couple of times and it's just absolutely ridiculous. I'm not saying the accent itself is ridiculous to anyone that has it, but when you hear it recorded and I'm just sitting listening to my voice, I'm like, ugh. Ah. Is Mr. Rabbit ever going to get a name? He has a name. It's Sawyer. But he's got an official name, which is like Gandalf the Grey something. It's a big, huge, long name. Yeah. I was trying to bribe people to pledge with him the other day. It's like, pledge for my album. Cute, fluffy animal thing. When you were at Studios, everyone had posh English accent, and there was you. I know. It was. I don't. If. My accent is pretty weird, but I don't mind. I'm offended, Janet. We sound fabulous. Oh, I'm not saying it as in like a collective. I'm just saying it's terribly weird to watch back like videos and hear yourself talking along with people with very posh accents or very strong English accents. It just sounds so weird. My math teacher uses Comic Sans for our worksheets. I feel for you. Can you sing a bit of the album? I can't because of this nose thing. It's really been agitating me a lot because the song I was recording today is one of my favourite songs that's going on the album. And I'm scared now that it's going to be on the album and it's not going to sound as good as it should because of my cold. And I'm really upset about that. And you can tell that I'm really upset. But it should be okay. I hope it's okay. Because it is one of my favourite songs. What do you have planned to celebrate for your album release? I plan to go home and get my onesie and get my rabbit and watch television. And probably write some more songs and start the second album. I've already started kind of writing for the second album. Well, I started writing for the second album. Anyway, yeah. Don't you want to be a baby? What do you prefer the names for the fans? Devlin, unicorns, or skanks? What do you prefer for the names? I don't know. I like unicorns, but unicorns are terribly over exposed in the media these days because they're absolutely bloody everywhere. But I like unicorns. Devlin is like the original. Skanks is like the die-hard fans that were there for the period of where I went into my hole and disappeared, and they still cared enough to stand up for me and not, yeah, just stand up for me and beat down mean internet folk. Give me a second. Hello? Hiya. Does I don't know who you're talking about actually. They're very young. Oh gosh. The little girls that are about 10 years old and below. I don't know what their name is. I just always stumble upon them on YouTube. I showed you them, actually. I showed you them on YouTube. But I cannot for the life of me remember their names. There's two little... Oh, sugar. Wait, let me type. I think they did the Cup song. They did a cover of the Cup song. Oh, sorry, let me see. I think I might have found them. No, I cannot find them. They've done loads of covers. Dancing in the Dark. If I find it, I'll text you the name. Okay, sweet. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Sorry, guys. I just took a screenshot. Maisie and Lennon. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yes. I hate you, Maisie and Lennon. Oh, you're so right. You smart little people. Sorry, this is Elliot, by the way. It's Maisie and Lennon. M-A-I-S, or Maisie, M-A-I-S-I-E-S-I-E, and Lennon, L-E-N-N-O-N. Yeah, check. That should be them. Oh. Oh gosh. I know I'm gonna punch myself in the face tomorrow when I'm right. Alright. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye. I'm gonna like punch myself in the face for that tomorrow. I know I do the yeah. Sugar. I introduced him to someone. Two sisters. It wasn't Maisie and Lennon apparently. It's someone else, and apparently I'm gonna get really annoyed at myself tomorrow for not remembering. Oh, what was that? I'm sorry. That's gonna bug me for a very long time. Anyway. I did that thing where I write near the spell. I didn't even realize that I was doing it. What's this? Oh. Sweet. Near, 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 near. Ah, my tummy's sore. It's really hungry. Sophia, Grace, and Rosie. I don't think it's those two. Because that's not someone I'd be, you know. You're a skank. Woo! Sorry, I didn't actually just call someone a skank. It's... But y'all know what you are. Was it hard to choose the songs for the album? No, I pretty much just went, I don't want that one. I don't want that one. But I like that one. But there was a couple that we didn't have time to like finish off properly or fix. And which is quite sad because some of them were really, really, like they were proper emotional and they meant something, but we didn't have time to finish them. But that's okay. Right. Sorry. And I haven't made my bed today, so don't judge me. Oh, you missed the Sheffield gig. Sorry. Actually, my collarbones sit really funny when I sit like this. Will it be the same band? I'm not too sure. I've heard word that I'm getting a new band, like a younger band, people around my own age. So we'll see. There's a lot of meetings that are going on at the minute, if you haven't guessed. So we'll be talking about things like that later on. Favorite song at the moment? What's the name of it? Actually, I know the artist. Oh, it's Honey Bunny by Girls. I didn't know what the name was because it's not really relevant to the song itself. Yeah, if you haven't checked it out, check out Honey Bunny by Girls. It's a very, very good song. Or Vomit by Girls. I'm just into Girls at the minute. That sounded wrong. Girls the band. I'm into Girls the band at the moment. Of course. When the general release happens, we'll even make a TV appearance. Yep, I'll have to. It's the promotion then for the real album, like the official album. There'll be promotion and things. I didn't get back till like 2 o'clock last night from London, and I almost had an asthma attack on the train, which was fun, and lots of other fun things. It was great. You gotta go. Well, ciao. Hey, everyone, you wanna load? Right. Actually, any final questions before I part and eat my feelings? Which there's a lot of feelings, maybe a lot of eating. Mom. Let's actually do this. This will be funny. Watch me FaceTime my mom. This is not very fun. If you want to follow Girls on Twitter, it's actually girlssf. What's up? On this thing. You're on thingy.
On your room?
Yeah, but I'm on doing a live stream.
Oh, are you doing a live stream?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm interrupting?
You're always interrupting though. I'll bring you back in a wee bit because I'm finishing up.
How are you getting on?
Horrible. I'll bring you back and I'll chat to you in a bit because I'm going to finish this up and then I'll give you all the gossip.
Good. Talk to you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Right, guys. I is going to go and eat my feelings, as I said before, as previously mentioned. Your mum was so lovely when we saw her. Oh, I love my mum. She's the best. Anyway, right, I'm going. But you can still you can still Twitter me, tweet me, and I'll try my best to reply.